Guys, before we get into the video, let me give you guys a quick backstory on how this situation came about. About a month ago, the engine went out of my van. I kept it maintenance really well, guys, and to see the engine go out on me out of nowhere was really a bummer. I look at it like this, guys. Everything happened for a reason. Had my engine not go out of my van, and I was going to replace it, but it had over 300,000 miles on it. Although it still drove well, you know, it's time for me to finally get a new vehicle. I've owned quite a few vehicles. Nothing never new. I just was always pay it off guy, no note guy. I've got some pre-owned, very low mile vehicles that I've paid off in the past, but never going the new route. I just figured it was time. You know, my dad, you know, who's doing a little bit better now, kind of stressed the issue as well, just saying I needed to get myself a new truck, and that's what brought this situation about. Once again, have my van engine not going out, guys, this would not be a video I'll be showing you guys. This would not have happened. So let's get into the video. So guys, after thoroughly looking through different vehicles, I'm typically a Ram guy, guys. I started off working on Chevys though when I was 10 years old with my big brother, just helping him out. He was a Chevy guy, he still is. And Chevy had always had a special place in my heart. I love Chevy. And I took a liking in this particular truck, guys. Just made a lot of calls to a lot of dealerships here in Illinois, and none of them had the black Trailboss. There was a few had the Trailboss, and none of them had the black at this particular time. And so just kind of scrolling through the internet, and I found one at this dealership in Texas, and I got in contact with the guy, and we kind of created a little bond shortly after my van went out, when I realized I was going to get me a truck, you know, because I haven't had one in a few years. I'll show you guys the last truck I owned in a second. I was able to kind of make a deal out on this particular truck, guys, and they gave me a great deal as a out-of-state buyer. And like I said, here in Illinois, I searched everywhere. I couldn't find this particular truck in black, the custom Trailboss. You know, I was settling with this. This was okay for me. You know, I like the exterior. I really love the exterior of these trucks. Not crazy about the interior, but I'm a simple guy. It didn't matter. As long as it's a pickup truck and I can do all the towing I need to do, that was important for me. Towing and just kind of being convenient somewhat and reliable, because I tow a lot and I drive a lot of different places. So we made a deal on this particular truck, and I was super excited just to kind of go through the process to get it here. The process went very quickly. They even paid for a notary to come to my house. I didn't have to go out nowhere. The notary guy came to my house. They overnighted all the information to this guy, and he came to my house that morning, signed all the information. They got it back out to them. They received it the very next day, which moved the process along. Then it was on the truck. It was shipped in 3 days. Just a very quick process, and just everything over the phone and through that step in particular. So after the deal was made for this truck, I kind of seen some things. The thing that really threw me off, what made me change up, was it didn't have a bed liner, and that's was key for me. I know I could have got a spray-in bed liner. I could have possibly put one in myself. I didn't want to get a new truck and have to do that to it. And another thing, the kind of manual seats was kind of bothering me, but I kind of looked over it, and the one thing that kind of pulled the trigger for me to swap this truck out at the very last minute was, you know, I didn't want to feel regretful. I'm paying enough money as it is for something like that. Why not pay a little bit more and get something that I want? Something that I didn't need per se, but something that I didn't want to feel regretful for. I didn't want to get this truck and have to, you know, pay on it for 5 years and see another one, and I'm like, wow, I should have gotten that one. That would have haunted me, guys. You know, bad enough you're paying a decent amount of money for a truck. You want to kind of get what you want, in a sense. So that was the case that kind of made me pull the trigger and back out this deal at the last hour, and, you know, look for another truck. I really wanted the midnight edition of this truck, and I couldn't find it. This is not the midnight edition, but I was able to find one, guys, and I'm kind of glad I pulled out at the last hour, because I didn't want to feel regretful. That was the most important thing for me, is not feeling regretful and got to deal with a payment for 5 or 6 years with this particular truck. So, this one was 5 years. With this particular truck, it was 5 years. And I just didn't want to go through that, guys. I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to have the regret on my mind. I think it's very important, if you're making any large purchase, whether it be on a house or a vehicle, I think it's important to get what you like and can afford. Don't let anyone force anything on you, especially something that you'll feel regretful for in the long run. So just want to kind of note that. Let me show you guys the last pickup that I own before we continue with the video. Guys, this is a Dodge Ram 2010, fully loaded. It's an RT model, a true RT. I love this truck. I love this truck. Absolutely love this truck. I have many videos on my channel with this truck, and this was my last pickup truck. Sold it in 2018, and just was still kind of having the lookout for a pickup truck. I know my van has did a lot for me, but there's nothing like a pickup truck, and just has always been a fan of the pickup truck. So I knew it was time for me to get another truck, and that's why I opted for this. Like I said, I was looking at Dodges. I've always loved the Dodge. I fell in love with Dodge, but my heart has been with Chevy since my initiation to cars. So that's why I opted to go with the Chevy this time over the Dodge. I love the exterior more. Dodge has a way better interior though. After almost nearly 3 weeks of waiting, guys, we're taking delivery today. Unfortunately, the weather out here is brutal, guys. The weather is disrespectful, guys. My nose has freeze up in seconds. Last night it was -9 degrees here, and right now they got some snow flurries, some giant flakes came down. So we want to clear the driveway out and make sure we got space for when the hauler pulls in. It's just continuously snowing. We got the little mini Himalayas piling up around the property, and it's just been disrespectful out here with the weather, guys. So I'm gonna get the driveway cleared out, just make sure it's enough space for, just in case the hauler has to somehow back in here. I don't think so. Maybe here it got enough space, but I want to make sure the driveway is clear for when the delivery takes place in a couple hours. So we're gonna plow this thing out real quick, guys. Due to weight and zoning restrictions, the hauler wasn't able to deliver the truck to the house, so we had to travel a few miles to meet him at a shopping center in an adequate enough lot where he was able to unload the truck safely. So that's where we're headed at right now. How's the weather in Texas? How's the weather in Texas? Way better?
It was nice, not
okay. Yeah, I know. It's freezing here. All right, guys, we're about to get this thing home. The snow is coming down. So I'll show you guys a lot more footage coming out with this thing. I don't want to be out here in this weather like this. We're gonna kind of go over it. So let's get this thing to the house. All right, guys, we're home. We're gonna when the weather gets better in the next couple of days, I'll be giving out an amazing first reaction. I'm going to show a lot of footage with this vehicle, guys. A lot of footage, a lot of touring footage. We'll be picking the Mustang up, guys, in about a month from now, and I can't wait till you guys see it. It's going to look amazing when we pick it up in the truck. We're going to pick it up in the truck. I'm taking it to the drag strip, guys, and just to see what this Mustang going to run at the drag strip, as well as the Camaro, and I'll show you guys that. Now I'll be dropping that off as well, and we're gonna race that against the 79 Camaro and show you guys those two right now. I'll be using my brother's 2-car trailer. We're gonna tow this guy's with the Trailboss and the 92 Camaro. I'll show you guys that in a second, and I'm gonna tow him to a little location so we can race him. This car hasn't even been driven in nearly probably 30 years. It has a nice running 350 in it with a little work in the rear end. And just curious to see what it's going to do, guys. And the Trailboss is kind of going to tow both of them to the location. And here's the 92 Camaro. We're going to get that going. And both of them going to the paint shop too. You guys are going to see me do all the work, get them ready for paint and prep for the shop and the exterior and everything like the Mustang. And when we pick up the Mustang, guys, and the Trailboss, we're going to drop this thing off, guys, for paint and to make it look back amazing as well. It's running, it's ready to go. And then, guys, we're going to tow the Nova the first time to the drag strip, guys. We're gonna get the Nova to the drag strip for the first time, and God knows how long. It has 1970s technology. Let me show you guys that now. Yeah, this is another main reason that I'm excited to tow with the Trailboss, guys. I'm gonna tow the Nova, guys. I'm excited to get it to the drag strip. It hasn't been to the strip in God knows how long. We finally got the engine running perfect, and I'm doing a few things to it, but you guys are gonna see me tow it as well, tow this and probably one of the Mustang or the Camaro. We'll do 2 cars at a time to the drag strip and see how they run. So we're excited to see how this bad boy gonna run with that older technology, just as it is, before I really kind of mess with the engine. But be on the lookout for those videos. All that stuff is coming up, guys. We're going back to back to back. I'm going back to back to back with these videos. They're gonna be amazing. A lot of awesome content for you guys in the next couple months. Like I said, I'm very excited to show you guys no atrocity right here, and with this old technology, that blower is strong. This engine is beyond strong. I'm just excited to see what it's going to do, and can't wait to show you guys the Mustang when it's done. I'll be having updates for the Mustang in the next week or so. I'm going to show you guys where they at with the paint on it, and can't wait to get that thing as well to the drag strip. That's to see how it's going. It hasn't been since the 80s, and just excited to get all these cars that I was lucky or blessed to get that's been sitting up for so long, and I kind of brought them back to life. And just to see where we're gonna take this to. So don't want to hold you guys. Just want to show you guys my experience with my new truck, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I found it entertaining. I hate I couldn't do a full review, but the weather was so awful as it is still right now, and I want to be comfortable with the review. I just don't want to rush anything. So I'll show you guys everything with this particular truck, this 2021 Trailboss. Show you guys all the new features and everything that is included with this truck, or this package I got. So subscribe to the channel, guys, if you found this video entertaining, If you want to see all the amazing things that I got coming to the channel, I'll be uploading very consistently. There'll be just back to back uploads of amazing content for you guys. So, and I just can't wait to get down and show you guys the nitty gritty with this truck. I'm going to show every aspect of it. So be safe, guys. Terrence and I'm out.